On August 15, 1977, a powerful and unusual radio signal arrived from the depths of space. It was a moment that would echo through decades of astronomical research, a fleeting whisper from the cosmos that remains unexplained to this day. The signal was so striking, so unlike the typical background noise of the universe, that the astronomer who found it scrawled a single astonished word on the data printout. Wow. Close up on the wow notation. This simple annotation gave the event its enduring name. It stands as one of the most compelling candidates for a signal from an extraterrestrial intelligence, yet it is often misunderstood and misreported, tangled in space lore. A common but incorrect claim says NASA's Voyager 1 detected the signal, but the timeline makes that impossible. Voyager 1 did not begin its mission until it launched on September 5, 1977. The signal arrived more than 3 weeks earlier. To understand the WOW signal, one must first understand the instrument that heard it. The Big Ear telescope was not like the giant dishes we often picture, nor was it like the steerable dishes. It was a unique design, a massive stationary radio telescope. It used the Earth's own rotation to scan the sky. It consisted of a large, flat reflecting surface and a tilting, curved reflector that focused incoming radio waves onto sensitive receivers. As our planet turned, different slices of the cosmos would drift through the telescope's narrow field of view. This method let astronomers map the radio sky without a complex moving structure. Radio telescopes work by collecting invisible light. The universe is filled with energy across the electromagnetic spectrum. High-energy gamma rays, low-energy radio waves. While our eyes see only a tiny sliver, radio telescopes open a vast window onto cosmic events. Receivers fed data to a computer and it printed on continuous sheets of paper. The signal that arrived on August 15, 1977, was remarkable. The first remarkable thing, its duration. The Big Ear telescope's design meant it could observe any single point in the sky for exactly 72 seconds. As the Earth rotated, a source would drift into the telescope's beam, be observed for 72 seconds, then drift out. The WOW signal lasted the full 72-second observation window. It appeared. It grew in intensity for 36 seconds. Then, it decreased in intensity for the next 36 seconds. That rise and fall profile matched what you'd expect from a compact distant source crossing the beam. Its strength was another key feature. The signal was incredibly loud. The U represented intensity more than 30 times the average background noise. It was a powerful, focused burst of energy. Such a strong signal, arriving from an apparently empty patch of sky, was highly unusual. It didn't look like noisy broadband emissions from pulsars or quasars. It was clean and narrow. It was detected at approximately 1,420 megahertz. That frequency is the hydrogen line. The discovery of the WOW signal was not a live, dramatic event. There were no astronomers huddled around a speaker. The Big Ear telescope printed data onto perforated paper day after day. It took a few days after August 15, 1977 for anyone to notice. Dr. Jerry R. Amon, a volunteer SETI astronomer, reviewed the rolls. He manually scanned the printouts for anomalies. For days the pages showed only low-level background noise. Then, reviewing the night of the 15th, he saw something. Amid mundane columns, one channel shot off the scale, 6EQUJ5. He recognized the pattern instantly. The signal matched the expected profile of a point source sweeping the beam. Amon grabbed a red pen, overwhelmed. In the margin, he wrote one word: WOW. That reaction named the signal and made history. Amon reported it to the observatory director, Dr. John Krause. He also reported it to Dr. Robert Dixon, who ran the SETI search. The team was electrified, but skeptical. They knew the implications and the possible pitfalls. Their excitement turned into a methodical investigation. The work had just begun. Before astronomers could seriously entertain the idea of an extraterrestrial source, they had to exhaust every possible earthbound explanation. The first and most obvious culprit was radio frequency interference, RFI. Our planet is awash in radio waves from countless sources. Television and radio broadcasts, cell phones, satellites, radar systems, faulty electronics. The team at the Big Ear meticulously checked for any known terrestrial transmitters that could have produced a signal at 1,420 megahertz. However, this frequency is internationally protected for astronomical use. making a powerful accidental broadcast from a commercial or civilian source highly unlikely. The possibility of a military or secret government transmission was also considered. A signal from a high-altitude aircraft or a clandestine satellite could potentially mimic a celestial source. However, the characteristics of the WOW signal made this explanation difficult to support. The signal was highly monochromatic, confined to a very narrow frequency band, less than 10 kHz wide. Most earthly transmissions tend to be broader, especially those reflected off space debris or that show frequency drift. The WOW signal was stable and clean, which did not fit the profile of a reflected terrestrial signal, finding no evidence of any hardware or software glitches at the time of the detection. The Big Ear had two receivers, or feed horns, that scanned the sky side by side. The WOW signal was seen powerfully in one horn but was not detected at all by the other, a detail that both deepens the mystery and argues against a simple equipment error. The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near a group of stars known as the Chi Sagittarii star cluster. This region of the sky is dense with stars, lying toward the bustling center of our Milky Way galaxy. The first possibility was that the signal was a new or poorly understood type of natural astrophysical phenomenon. Scientists considered sources like scintillating pulsars, flaring stars, gravitational lensing events that might momentarily amplify a background radio source. However, the WOW signal did not neatly fit the profile of any known natural source. Most natural radio emissions are broadband. They emit energy across a wide range of frequencies. The WOW signal was strikingly narrowband. They do not typically have the clean, continuous profile seen in the WOW data. This lack of a natural explanation led inevitably to the most extraordinary hypothesis, that the signal was artificial in origin. This is the core premise of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. The single most frustrating and defining aspect of the WOW signal is that it has never been seen again. In science, repeatability is the gold standard of evidence. Immediately after the 1977 detection, astronomers at the Big Ear began an intensive search for a repeat. For months, they scanned the same patch of Sagittarius, hoping to catch another burst. Over years and decades, the search expanded worldwide. These instruments are far more sensitive than Big Ear. Despite more than 100 follow-up attempts, the signal remained stubbornly elusive. One possibility, a transient natural event, or an artificial explanation is possible. Perhaps a focused transmitter beam swept across the galaxy. We were in its path for 72 seconds. Or a moving source, like a spacecraft from another civilization, moved out of range. A newer hypothesis, the hydrogen cloud of a comet could produce the signal. Many radio astronomers, and Jerry Amon, disputed that. The comet idea remains controversial and unproven. We know what it was not. It was not from the Voyager 1 spacecraft. It was almost certainly not from a known terrestrial source. It was almost certainly not a simple equipment malfunction. It did not match the profile of any known natural celestial object. What it was remains an open question. Despite its unresolved nature, the WOW signal has left a profound and lasting legacy on the field of astronomy and the public imagination. For the SETI community, it was a powerful proof of concept. It underscored the need to eliminate terrestrial interference and instrumental error before making extraordinary claims. The WOW signal is not evidence of alien contact. It is evidence of a mystery. It is a 72-second-long question posed by the cosmos. The story does not call for panic or fear. It calls for better telescopes. Our job is to keep listening, with clear minds and open instruments.